see here is a 1971 Sears Silvertone hybrid black and white TV set. It's built by Warrick, in progress. This was a curbside find probably 8 or 9 years ago, and I'm only finally getting to it now. It does work. It did have instant on. I disabled it then. Only 2 tubes that were bad were in the sound output, which I'm going to replace. Picture tube was weak, but the Sencor CR7000 brought it back to full emissions. Nice. And it is a little beat, but we're gonna fix it. I have the pieces that are missing. Again, this was found on the side of the road, so who knows what happened. The view from the back. 528 is Warrick, and it says it was assembled in Mexico. It's gonna need a little work. Aquadag flaking off. And it was either in a damp basement or it was left outside, one of the two. But it ain't too bad, it's totally workable. Date code on the tuner, 7121. Date code on the speaker back there, it's like 7107. We're gonna completely disassemble this set. And I'll check the electrolytics. Seems to be now 1970s era stuff is starting to really go south. So, got that. And it's definitely either been, judging by the amount of rust on it, it was probably exposed to rain. Got that bleeding there. So, we're gonna re-aquadag it. And it uses a fuse wire right here instead of an actual fuse. And into the parts washer we go. Just looking at the badge on the picture tube, looks like this was already a replacement. Grade AA description, all new components and materials. And if you read that top paragraph, it's giving instructions because it was in the box rather than installed in the TV. Instant on kills. Okay, fresh Aquadag sprayed on the tube. I'll just take all the masking tape off. And success. Looks good. Alright, so this is what's going on now. Picture tube installed. I recreated the chassis layout picture and reprinted and laminated that. The handle might not be usable still, but I am JB welding it's split right down the middle. Got that gluing. And since it fell off when I started working, the front plate on here, that's been cleaned and now re-glued. So that's where we're at. Interesting to note how this set would have had other features on it. The speaker kind of covers both these holes here, but unsure what the circle and the rectangle would have been for, like a control panel and a speaker there, maybe small round one. This right here is obviously where a ultrasonic remote would have went for the microphone. And the EIA number on this picture tube indicates it is a Sylvania picture tube. Okay, in the process, starting to recap this, I flipped it over, wanted to take out this paper cap, and it looked odd. Well, that's why it actually blew off already. that's as found. And I had this operational in 2011. This is just a cap that goes from the directly off the power right here to chassis ground. That's all that is. All right, recap has been a success. There's that can there actually tested pretty good, but I mean here I don't want to deal with it. You know, this is a restoration, not a repair. I'm looking for, oh, there it is right there in the middle of your screen. That's C461. This electrolytic, or this 4-section can I replaced. The 3 larger ones were okay, they were borderline. The smallest one though was off by double its value, so either way it needed replaced. And this one here, which is in heat shrink, is replacing that cardboard tube electrolytic. It's wrapped up the way it is because it's actually not connected to ground the way the circuit is. So since it's sitting on ground, I wanted to make sure it's properly isolated, and then I zip tied it in place. So underneath, got that replaced. This is just coil, and everything's properly soldered and neatly bundled together. So this is, other than cleaning all the controls and cleaning up some of the wiring a bit, because this thing was rather filthy, we're about ready to reassemble. All right, I got the TV reassembled, so now I got to retest all the tubes right there because I don't remember what's what. Well, I went to do the first power up, nothing happened. This circuit breaker's no good. 1.7 amp, I'm gonna change it out for a fuse. Unfortunately, I didn't have any fuse holders, so for now I soldered in a 1.75 amp fuse. I'll just cover some heat shrink, and if this ever were to blow, by that time I'll have some fuse holders in stock and change it out, but this should do for the time being. And I put heat shrink over top for the time being. Well, here it is. It's perfect. Still waiting on the audio output tube. The tube that's in there does work with like tones and stuff, but as soon as you put like a normal signal, it's weak and distorted. So that'll be here Friday. So we got that. Off, it just has a little bit of noise there. Let's see, so from where we left off last time, just normal setup. That said, I didn't put all the screws in the tuner yet. I couldn't remember, but as you can see, channel 3 is lit up fine. Put on UHF. You notice how the right side's a little dim. It's lighting up, but there's 3 bulbs in the unlamps for the UHF scale. The one on the far right is on its way out, so I'm gonna have to replace that. But flip back. I mean, the tuner works perfectly. Everything works perfectly. And last time I had this on was probably 2011, I think, when I got it. There's no YouTube video on that. That's like, can't remember what I was doing, but I shelved it for the time being, but I finally got around to it. I mean, the scan lines are nice and sharp. It's on interlace mode, so let me turn off interlacing. There you can see nice sharp scan lines right there. Turn interlacing back on. There. Camera's kind of playing trickery there, but in person, when it's in normal viewing interlace mode, you can't see the scan lines because it's being interlaced. The other thing is I'm out of interlocking power cords or cheater cords, so I have hooked up a normal power cord off a scrapped TV, And the way I did it is I wired it in from the back, and did that as a strain relief, and put heat shrink over the terminal, so it's not permanently modified. If I ever get more in stock, I'll go ahead and install it that way instead. So when I received this, it had the power cord cut off of it, of course. All right, we tested the neon lamps. See, this one's fine. The UHF, this one was fine. The middle one was completely burned out, and I see why it didn't burn out. The leg completely broke off. It corroded. And this one did while testing, but this one was the one that was flickering. But to get this board out, got to unsolder these 4 points and go from there. Okay, this took a lot of effort just to get this little board out because it was soldered in place and it did not want to cooperate. However, it looks like a lot of the failure points or the leads are corroded, and it turns out we have a nice little stock here that I didn't know about because Badger. And looks like now I'm gonna change them all. I got them out. As I mentioned, I just went ahead and changed all 4 because I'm not going through that again. But it's back in, 4 brand new neon lamps. So I have it on my variac because I don't want to keep giving power cycles to it. So you turn it up. That's UHF, all 3 lit up now and correct. And let me stick a UHS knob on, and I'll switch it to VHF. There you go, no flickering, nothing. Power off. We're good. All right, we're on the home stretch here. Got cable ties back in place. I replaced the tape they used that fell off of age, and now the cable's all nice and neat. Okay, and here it is now. Some time has passed. There was a ceramic disc cap that had physical damage to it, like the lead broke off. I had to replace that, but the problem I was having was horizontal hold is very unstable, and had fold over probably to right about here on the screen. Turns out the horizontal hold did absolutely nothing. There's that coil there in the middle of your screen, the red coil. The very fine wire lead broke off of the terminal post, and so which means the horizontal hold coil was completely open. Fixed that, and I just got done doing adjusting the free run frequency of the horizontal oscillator. That rusty looking wire wound pot right there, and the coil here, so that is now precisely adjusted. I centered the screen, adjusted the vertical linearity, height, and the horizontal width sleeve, which is what that little paper insert is, has little magnetic foil strips in there to adjust the horizontal width. And that should do it. Adjusting the RF AGC till the picture folds out of sync and backs off. Now I got full contrast control. This is about mid-range. If I turn it up, it starts to get too much contrast, as you can see. That's perfect. Plenty of brightness. Focus is good. Tuner's working. And one last look at the TV before reassembly. Had to do some cabinet repair. And here is the TV. All done and cleaned up the best I could. Got the original speaker grill on. Oddly, when I got it, it somehow was cut in half almost perfectly. I don't know how that happened, let alone it wasn't attached to the TV when I got it. So it's reattached now. Okay, and up top here is the carry handle, and notice how it's flush with the TV. You just push one end in like that, if I can do it one-handed, and there you go. And recesses like that. VHF, UHF, Sears Silvertone. Push on off. And there's your UHF style. Continuous tuning. And got that earphone jack. And here's the back of the set. VHF and UHF terminals. Brightness and contrast controls. Model number being 528, which makes it a Warrick. UL listed. 180 watts. Horizontal and vertical hold. And slight damage there I tried to fix. Yeah, this poor thing was in the garbage and I rescued it. It's not very often you see an older Sears set like this, and Sears branded sets, I have a very soft spot for them, and regardless if it's a Warrick or Sanyo, I love them. And especially the Warrick sets, because they're completely unique to Sears. And really, this TV worked when I got it. I just had, being 10 years later, had to do a little work. This is pretty much everything I changed in it right here. That was it. And the audio output tube, aside from, the horizontal hold worked when I got it. It must happen when I was cleaning it. So I just had to resolder that fine wire on the horizontal hold coil, and I fixed that problem. And this is the instant on circuit, clipped out. That's all it was a diode across another set of terminals. Double pull, single throw power switch. The other side powered strictly the heaters. First with full line voltage. And then when you turned it off, this jumpered across the switch with the diode, dropping the voltage. So here's the TV turning on with no instant on anymore. And I forgot to plug in the coax cable. Just a second.
Excellent. At 11, Pittsburgh is still making news. Stay up for a trusted forecast with Chief Meteorologist Mike Harvey. Tracking the storms over the next 24 hours, weeknights at 11. Stay up with Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
You look nice. Getting around
this
isn't
is
as
over
easy
the
as
air.
it used to be. That's why we called Bath Fitters. They removed our old tub and installed a beautiful new spacious shower. Now getting in and out is a breeze. And we have peace of mind with seamless walls that provide a watertight fit, plus their lifetime guarantee. Thanks to Bath Fitter, life is so much easier with a shower we love.
Bath Fitter.
Yeah, this is the original format right here.
You can trust. Think you know FanDuel?
And
Well,
that,
what if we told you that we've got an ace up our sleeve?
So, Yagi antenna in the attic on distribution amp.
You could have stood home and cleaned your rifle last night, dirty person. Sorry, Sergeant, I cleaned it up real good.
I'm gonna clean my rifle.
You'll clean it up all right. You'll clean it up so it looks real pretty and shines and smells nice. And then after you clean it up real good, then you'll walk a little guard duty tonight. Tonight? Tonight, dirty person.
And we'll adjust the contrast.
Well, there goes your return appearance at the J Club. Golly, Duke, you just got to do me a favor. Would you go by the J Club and tell Mr. Nino?
No! No!
I hate to disappoint him. Tell him walking
There's just
guard.
some contrast.
Okay. Well, why don't I tell him the real reason?
Might be a little bit of grayscale.
That you're a dirty
involved.
person.
He's doing what?
Well, he's walking guard duty, like I said.
You can't
And
do
this
that
TV
to me.
gets really
I
good
was expecting him
picture.
to come down to the club tonight so I could hear that song again.
Nice
I'd
fine
like to get my hands
skin
on that
lines.
crummy sergeant up. Where's my friend Walken's guard duty?
Huh? Why?
Because I want to go see him, that's why.
Oh, well, civilians aren't allowed there, so I don't think you guys... Hey, Smiley. Huh? Nino is...
That's the way how you get there.
Oh, well, I don't think...
Oh, the other stations from Ohio. I was picking up right there.
Why don't you put a Sunday morning shine on tomorrow morning?
Something is definitely...
Oh, no way.
Wowzers!
I did not know I was about to get my Inspector Gadget on right
Right,
now.
hold it right there. You're not a ghost.
He's so stupid.
Which way now? What's that? A miner?
Yeah, they like run Inspector Gadget like all night
It's
on here. Let's see.
too dark to take the
Yeah, look at that. It's like on till like midnight.
Going down.
automatic elevator.
Charlie.
Cora's just here for the day. She's
Call in the next 20 minutes, and we'll also include...
Through 3 acts. Yes, these are machine
Home
washable.
Shopping Network.
Yes, you can wear this if you want.
Is like the calf length
And
duster,
QVC.
and it's not as short as like a boyfriend cardigan. It's like that in between. I think most useful at 1 to
At 3.
That's right after David and I do our...
Star Trek.
Better get somebody down here. Right away.
It's the H&I store at HNITV.com. Engage with a galaxy of
thing in common. None are proven stronger or more effective against pain than Salon Pod.
Vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why.
only on Circle.
More than 20,000 women receive other victims
I had the horizontal hold off to the one side, so that's why this was off the screen, so I readjusted it.
Talcum powder regularly.
Everything's nice and stable.
Consultation.
Let's see what else we
They're
got
required
here.
by law to add a chemical that makes it smell so you can detect leaks. Pure gases are odorless.
To find the right plan for you.
Sports.
I don't think I've ever been touched so deeply.
Battlestar Galactica.
Going to make a wonderful.
What's this? Animals in mud. Frowned upon.
Lot of monster.
Wait, what happened here? Like, skipped over a bunch of channels right here.
a battle. And
The 40s always has religious stuff on
.edu.
it. Court TV.
you know something.
I don't know what bounce
I
is.
want my son back. I want my son!
Come right here where this joint is. Hello? I need you to come in where that joint is.
To come out of the shadows.
All in the Family! Sweet!
Please call now.
This TV would have been new at the time.
For surgery.
Yeah, I want to All in the Family binge watch every night now.
Waiting for
Would you like to elaborate?
someone like you. A surgery that takes as little as 45 minutes.
Man,
and
you're
your
no
act
help.
of love can change a child's life forever.
to say other than that.
Oh, this must be much later. Look, it's in Archie's place.
8878 now to give a new
So,
smile. That's 1-844-392-8878.
yeah, it's been a while since I've
Or go to
seen
OperationSmile.org.
Archie. It's about 20 years since I saw Archie's place. Well, this is still like the All in the Family end of it.
Coming up next.
My father had a word for people who think and talk like you.
I ain't interested.
Mr. Bunker, you are a meathead.
All in the Family, coming up next.
Apropos of nothing, I cannot believe
that if we
this
was
show
all
is still on
snows
broadcast
up there
television.
and it snows out, they'd have to send
That's
out
all
one
I'm
of
gonna
the
say
Roman
about
Catholic dogs to save us.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's later.
They're St. Bernard. I never heard of them dogs. They run around the mountains there with little barrels of booze tied around their neck.
Well, we have booze right here.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but I got to pay for that booze. The St. Bernard's booze is on the Pope.
That's good.
What are you doing over there?
I was trying to get a bud.
Hey, look at this shit. You
It's
see?
too fast.
Yeah.
That's your old hunk of Kelsey's on in there. See, all the guys, they thought I should have kept these up.
But this is,
But I didn't.
like, we got rid of cable a long time ago. But I'll tell you why, this is why I love
missed it either.
watching over-the-air stuff, because they still play the good stuff
There's a lot
still.
of good luck and play doo-doos.
I mean, we just got done watching Frasier. Then we're on to this, Inspector Gadget, Star Trek.
You ain't got none of that old-time knowledge, you know?
We get like 47 or 48 channels. And that's, I'm going to put the antenna outside when I get the chance and probably pick up some more. Will you stop that? Stifle yourself, badger bitch.
Go on, right. And then the neck, get in.
Wow, Archie looks like he has a lot of wrinkles.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, let me see. This would have been,
Yeah, you've always been rotten to me.
what, 1978 or 79 when this one happened?
You remember the first thing you said to me?
Hello?
No, after that. The second thing you said.
Yeah.
It's when
I would have
we're
been
entering into a
-3.
completely different epoch, okay?
After day, packaging designed to make storage easier. Duracell.
Well, she's still upstairs. But my, isn't she a popular girl?
Three's a crowd.
You're the second one here to see her.
The second?
Just zoom. I hate when they said it incorrectly. That looks better. Oh, is this Walker Texas Ranger? Yes, it is.
Walker, it's 30 seconds. You've got to get out of here.
There's 3 wires, Alex.
Is it the red wire or the blue wire?
Got the wrong
Yeah.
Well, all 3 of the wires are black and white, so they're screwed.
Ah.
Oh, they're gonna really? They're about to explode, and they're gonna kiss instead of disarming the bomb.
Yeah, my
What stuff? Watch basketball on TV?
Of course not. We're here to rekindle. We're not going to
picking right back up.
pay back. Finally made Biggie pay for it on early. Well,
Daddy, I'm really worried about you.
Demanded that we put that money in it. That
We swim and boat, primarily, since we live on the lake and ski our
The
grandchildren.
over-the-air
Well, that
version of the
December, we
Game
began
Show
to think,
Network.
I'm not here
Oh,
in
I
sunny
can't change it?
California. So we try to get
It's good enough for me. Praise.
to $35 to take my classes.
You've had it who's claimed that they,
It's just Roadhouse. Roadhouse.
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting like 2 different stations of this.
Why don't we sit down? Because I'm not comfortable with my neck. It was an accident.
Oh, you accidentally smashed
Metro.
Justin's head in with a hammer.
No, I went.
I've been taking players from Millard to...
And even kidney failure.
And now we're back to the beginning on Pittsburgh's KDKA.
Roller is the highest observation wheel in the world. Actions and lower your ability to. appreciated and still in production.
That knocked me for.
And now we're back to where I started.
Food delivery just got more
Where's
rewarding. Now the Grubhub gives you rewards when you order.
And just to show, there's the pilot lamps. I love, you know, this look. But what I love most about this TV, when you get a UHF, bam. That look, in the dark, this will look so cool. I like that. Point straight up and down when I'm not using it. And then they'll switch back. 13, 12, 11, 10, blah, 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 blah. Back on channel 3. This is the Sears catalog from 1971 right here. It is a Sears Medalist, 19-inch for $157.95. And there's one of those classic stands. Sears Best. There's also a 21-inch version of this TV. The only thing it's missing is the sunshade on the front. It's probably long gone. And then you got the cheaper sets down here. But yeah, this is the original Sears catalog page for it. And its original price. The last thing I'm going to do is, this TV has a really cool shutoff, and I'm going to do it right now. So there you have it, the 1971 Sears Silvertone 19-inch black and white TV. Sears Silvertone Medalist, that is. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe.